She sat there next to the window, drawing on her math handout. She could care less about the lesson. Brushing her long orange hair out of her face, she glanced up at the board with her brown eyes. Her pale skin she could be mistaken as an unusual albino. She pulled her white sweatshirt sleeves over her hands. Cold. She went back to her drawing. "Miss Vulpix?" called the teacher. She mumbled under her breath. "I prefer 9. Can you write the answer to this problem on the board?" 9 got up, flattening her navy blue skirt. She walked to the board, aware of the eyes watching her. She wasn't uncomfortable, like usual. 9 picked up the chalk and wrote her name on the board, then sat back down. "Correct," said the teacher. 9 scoffed. She hated her name, especially her last name, although she knew it was out of kindness, but still. Tap, tap. It was her twin sister, Nisai. She had teal, long, messy hair, pulled up in pigtails. She wore ripped skinny jeans, knee pads, red Converse, and a Pikachu jacket. Nisai handed her a note. It asked her to stay after the bell rang. 9 looked at her sister and nodded. Nisai went back to the math lesson, although 9 could understand the math. She understood it perfectly. So there was no point in paying attention. The bell finally rang. Now she just had to wait for Nisai after her teacher-to-student discussion. Nisai and 9 waited for everyone to leave, then approached the teacher. "I'll be outside," 9 told her sister. Nisai nodded. 9 leaned against the door and listened to the mumbles. Everything seemed fine. The only one talking was the teacher. It wasn't unusual, so 9 stopped listening. That is, until there was a loud crash. 9 jumped at the surprise. She creaked the door open only a slight bit, though. Inside, the teacher's desk was flipped over, which had knocked over the other desks. On the other side of the pile of desks lay Nisai's unconscious body. 9 was furious. She bursted through the door, her breathing heavy despite her recent inactivity. Silence. That's all. "What the fuck?" yelled 9. The teacher didn't look remotely human. She looked like a pig whose skin was ripped off and then glued badly back on. Smoke was coming from her pig-like nostrils. 9, confused, ran at her. Midway to the teacher, she blasted a fireball at 9. 9 got scared. She stopped in her tracks. As much as she wanted to move, she couldn't. Her whole body was frozen. 9 could barely breathe. This was the end. This was where 9 would die. Out of the blue, 9 collapsed to the ground, as if she had been pushed. All life came back to 9. She looked around. Nisai was still unconscious, so who exactly saved her? No time to think. The wall behind 9 was starting to catch on fire. Not thinking whatsoever, she grabbed Nisai's body and fled from the room. The pig woman crashed through the still burning wall. 9 panicked. Still not thinking, she ran into the bathroom. Now she had nowhere to go. The pig cornered them, right next to the sink. This had to be the end. As 9 dropped her sister's body, her elbow hit the water valve. The pig backed up just as Nisai came back to consciousness. 9 looked at the pig, noticed the sudden unusual behavior, and put her hands under the still running water. The pig backed up more, the smoke almost completely gone. 9, feeling new courage for whatever reason, punched the pig, her hands wet. The pig screamed. 9 punched more, reaching around to weten her hands again. Nisai sat there and watched silently, but why? The punches did almost nothing. 9 started to lose hope. She cupped her hands, filling them with water, splattering it on the pig. The pig shrieked, and its skin melted, and it was nothing more than a puddle on the floor. Nisai stood up, brushing herself off. What the hell just happened?